Really, really big win for this team, for our program. We know how good Ohio State is. We know all the implications kind of on the line with both teams' records and where we stand in the conference and nationally. Just really proud of our team. We felt like this game would be about toughness, and I think we answered that call. Certainly turned it over a few too many times, but that's how Ohio State plays, and that's what they do to you. They're really good at it. Um, there's not enough I can say about these two. I thought they set the tone for us defensively. I think Kiki has every probably opportunity not to take every defensive challenge with everything that we ask of her offensively, but she does time and again. And I think the improvement she's made at the defensive end is as significant as we've seen. And I don't mean improvement through the season. I mean like from when she came to us and what she's doing. And Kennedy is just really, really, really special. And you see it when we ask her to guard an incredibly fast kid in the full court in Cambridge or match up against Cody McMahon, who's strong. And I thought they set the tone. I thought this was a game where we dominated the inside with our offensive rebounds and our production from the front court. And we also knocked down a bunch of threes. So it was a good performance from us, and we'll keep trying to get better.
Kennedy, there's a time a few years ago when Sierra Canyon and Awando was kind of the class of the Southern section, and it would have been easy for you to go and create your own path in college basketball, but ultimately choosing to come here to USC to play with Juju. What did you sense about the role that you could carve out for yourself here, and how is that coming to fruition?
For me, I think my versatility, just being able to guard 1 through 5, and also just doing what I can on offense. I think Coach Lindsay had a plan for Ellie who's back on top, and it started with Ju coming here last year, and then we got a whole bunch of talent this year with our freshman class. So just coming in and doing what I can, whether it's offensively or defensively, and just setting the tone from there.
Hi, ladies. Congratulations on the win. This is the second win that you guys have a 20-point lead with won the game with 20 points since your loss to Iowa. Can you talk about that response and what it's meant since you guys have lost, how responding back for both games?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just made a sort of pact amongst ourselves that, it's our choice how to respond to a loss. And I thought when we lost to Notre Dame, they made a conscious effort to look inward and get better. And I think we did that again after Iowa. I think probably the messaging or whatever we come to is different because it was different things that we need to improve since then. But I just credit our team for just taking every lesson and trying to bounce forward from it.
This question's for Kiki. This is the most turnovers you guys have had in the game since the season opening game. Sorry to bring it up, but in that game you guys won by 2. Tonight you guys won by 21. So can you just talk about how you guys were able to, even though you guys were turning the ball over at a frequent pace, getting back on defense and making sure Ohio State wasn't capitalizing and be able to make this game a close game?
I think you just answered it. I think after something that we talked about was like, regardless of what happens, we're going to make mistakes. We're going to have turnovers. It's like, how do we respond? How do we react? So for us, transition defense and just like off of turnovers as well, we were all sprinting back. The bigs are trying to shadow for the guards. So I think it was, regardless of, the mistake, of course we don't want turnovers. It was like, we have to get back because Ohio State's a great team and they will capitalize off of that. But I think our half-court defense was great. I think our transition defense was really great as well. So of course, we want to limit our turnovers, but that's what helped us as well.
How you doing, Coach? Congratulations. Talk about Kennedy as a freshman, 13 and 13 tonight, 36 minutes, almost 37 minutes. How special is she?
Yeah, and 5 assists as well. I've said before, I think coming in as a freshman, I don't know that I've ever had a better just instinctive, smart defender, talented defender coming in as a freshman. That's not all she is, right? We know she's a versatile mismatch nightmare. She can post up. She can shoot the 3. She's really good moving that ball. I think we've only just begun to see what she's capable of. I don't, know that it's a surprise to people in our locker room, but I think, nationally, it's just going to continue to get more and more known because she's a winner, a winning player. And yeah, really proud of her. She just does her job at an elite level, and she's, incredibly special, whether it shows up on the stat shot with points and rebounds or not, just what she does to get us going.
Lindsay, Juju started 0 for 11 tonight, was 0 for 10 the other night. Last time you guys were here, I think she shot like 30% over the past 4 games. What do you feel like you've learned about this offense? Maybe when Juju is off from the field, what have you seen them do to respond?
I mean, look, we want everyone clicking. We want everyone in a rhythm, but the gravity that she draws and attracts opens things up for other people, and everyone's got her back, and they're capable of making plays and still getting her in her spots. So yeah, it's a good thing. I don't think we were in a position last year where we could have won games, without her scoring as much as she had to score. And obviously we're built a little differently this year, and we'll get her back going again. But obviously I think everyone in our team, in our locker room, knows what everyone's capable of, and it's really about what the team needs to do to be as good as we can be.
Hi, congrats on the win. I'm back here. Yeah, talk to me about just you guys got 10 blocks. I know that Ohio State has a tough defense. How did you guys kind of match or exceed, whatever you want to say, your defensive level or energy to match theirs?
Well, their defense is full court 100% of the time. We do have a press. We didn't use it tonight, but we really wanted to lock in on our transition defense so that we were guarding them in the half court. And then we felt like we could guard them in the half court, and they're really good. But we felt like if we took away tendencies, I thought our size was a real factor. I thought we kept a body between, them and the basket a lot of the times. And we have great shot. I mean, Ray is an elite shot blocker. Kennedy, Juju, Kiki, we have multiple shot blockers, but really it starts with playing the right defensive game plan, then they're in the right spot, and then they can use their talents and use their magic to protect that rim.
Hi, Lindsay. It's good to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, Kiki, Kennedy, and Juju all had double doubles tonight. What does that say about this team and this conference at this point in the season?
I mean, I just think it shows how athletic and versatile we are. We got a lot of stops, so there were, we kept them off the boards, and then on the offensive end, I think we punished them in the paint. You got to be able to win multiple ways, and we really challenged our team to get multiple opportunities. But I don't know that there's, too many teams that can roll out, Araya, Kiki, Ju, Kennedy in the starting lineup, and then, just kind of come at you in waves. If a shot is missed, I thought they did their job on the glass on the offensive end, and then we really held them to one shot for the most part on the other end too.
Congrats, Coach, on a big win. Can you describe the culture of this team at this point in the season?
I think we got a bunch of winners. I think when the chips are down, winning is most important to us. We also have a lot of high achievers, right? And I think everyone wants to perform well. Everyone wants to be at their best. And I think we have nights where there's multiple people, really clicking, and that feels really good and it's very pretty. But that's not the only way you win. I think you win also when different roles are needed, different people stepping up. I look at Talia von Olhoffen's stat line, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay, right? 8 rebounds, 1 for 4. But I thought she controlled, our team in a lot of ways in handling the press. That's what we needed. I thought, Clarice came in for 6 minutes and gave incredible minutes. We have, I think, like I said, a team that really enjoys each other and wants to win. And I think the evolution has been really figuring out how to embrace each other's talents and figure out what we need to do on that night to get where we want to go collectively.
Hello. So for all of you, top 10 win. You guys have another, top competitor coming in on Thursday. What are the vibes, the thoughts, and how you guys are going to prepare for this one?
Well, first we're going to take a day off. And then we'll have a prep for a really, really good UCLA team. We've never this entire season shied away from competition. I've never tried to tell them, Ohio State's not that good, or UConn's not that good, or, whoever it is. We said, no, they're great. We're playing great teams in our schedule, and we have to find a way to elevate and be better. And that's what we'll do with UCLA. I want them to get some rest tomorrow, like a true day off, a Sunday day off, and then, come in ready to work on us and also work on what we need to do to take down a team that clearly, has it clicking right now. They haven't been beaten yet, and it's going to be a big task, but I know our players will lock in on that.
Going off of that a little bit, you mentioned that you felt like toughness was going to be the key to win this game against Ohio State. Do you feel like there's a particular thing that you're harping on going into UCLA that you think will stand out besides maybe that? And then also just what's the anticipation like to play that game? Obviously, everybody, it's a top 10 matchup and they're undefeated.
Yeah, like we haven't started that prep. Obviously, I haven't gotten there mentally yet, but we know there'll be a lot of pride on the line, and there'll be a tall task in front of us, and we know we're going to need everyone to do something hard. That's what it takes. But they can talk about what it means, and just how great basketball is for women's basketball in LA right now, and how the excitement around it. But in terms of game plan, nothing yet from me to them on that.
Y'all had 19 offensive rebounds. Kiki, what did you had 6 of them? Kind of what did you see, going into the game, and what was the feeling like, in it going against those bigs and the opportunities that you saw, and what is kind of your opinion on it, Coach, to have your team be able to crash those offensive boards so much?
Well, one of our keys to the game in Scout today was just dominating the boards, and I think we did that dominate. So that was something that was on my mind. I think we have great players, very versatile players. We have a lot of guards, almost in double figures as well. So that was something that was kind of like circled on our Scout sheet, is like dominate the boards, and I think we did that today, just focusing on getting that ball, tracking that ball.
Coach, I think he mentioned like Juju's, I think, at 33% from the field over her last 6 games. Can you talk about, does your approach to coaching her as a player change at all when she's going through a rough shooting stretch, or not at all?
Like with everyone, I try to figure out what I think that individual person needs from me to be at their best. 15 players, so it's hard always to find what everyone needs, but obviously, we're nowhere without her and all the elite talents that she has, and so I think we all believe she'll find rhythm, and at the same time, lean into all the other, things that she's doing well and the team is doing well, and how we can get better as a team. But yeah, I'm always trying with everyone to figure out what it is that they need from me to be at their best, and at the same time, what does the entire team need from me too? So it's always that balance.
Kiki, you guys had a nice crowd tonight, and obviously the SC at UCLA game is going to be sold out. What's it kind of mean to you to be able to play in these meaningful games and at a time when women's basketball is really dominating this town?
I think it's amazing. It's such a blessing to play here and just to see the amount of love and support that we get. Even when we're playing away, we still feel a lot of love from our fans. But I think that these are the atmospheres that we like to play in, like packed houses. And we're super excited for a sold out crowd on Thursday.
Thank you.